What's up, everybody? Welcome to the brand new series, Firewatch. I saw a little bit of this game through another YouTuber that I am subscribing to, and it looked really good. So I've only seen maybe the first 10-15 minutes of it, but after watching it, I was like, you know what? I don't want to watch anymore. I want to play it on my own and play it for you guys, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this, and it's going to be a good series, I think. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get into the game, and let's see what it's all about. So Firewatch, guys. I don't know anything more than what like I said, the first maybe 10-15 minutes or so, but I think it'll be good. Alright. It should be a little different from what we normally play. I think it'll be a mix of story and gameplay, which is nice. I like the games that have a lot of story. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. You see Julia. Okay, do I click? Okay, I click. Alright. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with the well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So, what's your, major? Or, you're pretty. Well, if we're drunk, I mean, might as well use a pickup line. You slur the word major and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology. Was that a burn, you ask? She says, definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Nice. So that happens fast. Okay. Well, this is nice. Okay, so we interact with the backpack. Nice. Okay. This is an interesting style. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Ah, I'm supposed to load the gear in the truck. Let's load up our gear. Now that I actually know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts, and it's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julie wants to get a dog. Okay. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. You know, personally, I've always wanted a basset hound and a husky. Those are the two dogs that I would want. Number one being the basset hound. So the beagle is kind of in that family, so let's go with the beagle. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. Okay. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer. 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple little idiots. I think that would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. Oh, wow. This game, it's got an interesting art style. It's like realistic, but still kind of that like cartoonish thing. I don't know how to explain it. Do not forget to check in. No fireworks. You're in their country. Bears. Thoroughfare trails not recommended for inexperienced hikers. And this is thoroughfare. I guess we're walking through the trail. Like I said, I really do enjoy the style of the art. 1980. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. I mean, yeah, you can be pissed, but she's okay. I mean, let's just let it go. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it went great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. Yeah, I'm not frolicking like a Victoria's Secret model, so let's pose and flex like He-Man. You look awesome. Oh, wow. Okay. So I guess we're still in the trail. Maybe we're going to our Firewatch, perhaps? I don't know. That's just what I would think anyway. Two Forks Fire Lookout. There we go. It's not like I played this or seen this before, right? Okay, so spacebar to hop over. Oh, wow. It's really pretty. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked. Fuck dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away or you beat his goddamn face in. Let's scare him away. You reach into your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all three. of you. He runs away. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. Okay. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid. Waylaid? I've never heard that word. Waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her to not take the job or agree if she commutes back and forth. Why would I tell her not to take the job? I mean, if it's going to be a good job, might as well move there, right? I mean, convince her not to take the job. Let's do the agree. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. That's true. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. So Connecticut and Colorado. Yeah, that's a good ways away. 1985. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it, or you make macaroni and drink wine and try and forget about it. I don't know. Like, for me, I feel like I would probably handle it in-house, so let's go with make macaroni and drink wine and try and forget it. It works. You watch Dallas, really? And that show's still going on? I think that was like way before my time. You watch Dallas on TV and sleep together on the couch. Okay. So now we're in a campsite, looks like. Oh, journal. Okay. I guess that's us. Really? I had to do the whole man bush thing. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. 1987. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes she goes into a panic believing her dad is at the door. Okay. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. Wow, okay. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility, or you are determined to take care of her by yourself. Wow. I mean, I guess it would really just depend on the severity and whether you're financially able to do it yourself, but for the sake of just not knowing, let's just say that we are able to take care of her. So let's go with take care of her by ourselves. Okay. So I guess we're just walking through the trails. It's really, really pretty. Really well done. Ooh. That's an elk. Very pretty. Scamper away, little buddy. I'm not gonna hurt you. It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. Okay. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours, drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college basketball in the winter, drinking then too, so he might be becoming an alcoholic. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. You can put a chair in front of the bedroom door, or you trust that she sleeps like a rock. I don't know. I wouldn't put a chair in the door just in case something were to happen, like a fire or, you know, something where she had to get out. So let's trust that she sleeps like a rock. Let's go with that. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. a couple nights a week. You look forward to those nights. 1989. One night, you are stopped at a DUI checkpoint. You blow a .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law, Susan. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. Then they tell you Julia is coming to live with them. You don't argue. You say you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by. Summer is coming, and you see an ad in the paper for a job. What kind of job? You take it. It's got to be the job that we're going to. It's got to be the Firewatch job, guys. Very, very interesting so far. I like the way they set that up with the subtle choices and the history and everything like that. It really makes things good. Enter the lookout tower. So that is going to be our home. There's a blinking red light up there. This is really, really nice so far, and the soundtrack is really great too. Wow, very, very nice. Haven't found anything that I don't like about this so far. And the mountains in the backdrop, it's nice. It's a nice touch. They didn't overdo the detail, which is nice. Keeps the same feel. Let's open this. Turn on the power. Really? Is that a water bucket for fire? Pots and pans. We got a cooler, stove. What is that? Wood stove. I guess that's some kind of electric stove. It's not too bad. Supplies for 2 forks. Oh, 2 forks. That's the tower. Okay. This looks like a map table. Okay. Got a radio. Let's pick up the radio. All right. So we got a radio. Let's turn on the generator. Generator's on. We got power.
Hello, 2 Forks Tower.
Left shift to activate radio. Okay.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I, like, sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, so now we have to find out what's wrong with her. You've killed 3 ex-husbands, you're rebelling against mom, or nobody at home can stand you. Let's go with you rebelling against mom.
Okay, you're probably just rebelling against a mom who wishes you had given her grandkids, by the sound of your voice, at least 15 years ago. You come out here and it really grinds her gears and you love it. Can I sleep now?
Well, she also says I fuck immature men, but in my defense, who wouldn't want a 28-year-old with ambition and energy and some fire in his belly in bed?
Me. I'm going now.
Just a second. Now it's my turn.
Okay. Good night. Bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
Welcome to the job.
Nice. Firewatch, guys. Firewatch. Day 1. Okay.